Yo, what up guys, it's your boy Mike doing another review for you guys again. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Solo Beats 3. Woo. So guys, just a quick little review guys. I'm just going to give you an idea of a review of the Beats Solo 3. I've had these for a little while. I just thought I'd do a nice little review on them so you guys get an idea if you are still looking at purchasing them at this moment. Beats is obviously made by Dr. Dre. He's obviously made immense sound with these and heaps of money off these now that he's obviously sold them to Apple as well. Just a quick rundown on how it works and how it looks and all sorts. So these are the Beats Solo 3. There are a lot of different variations. You've got your studios, you've got your other over ears, you've got your in ears, you've got your wireless ones, and obviously these are one of the main ones that are out there. So to give you an idea, if you guys are still looking at purchasing one, you can still pick these up brand new at the Apple Store, anywhere between $2.99 $3.99 depending on your country, just to give you an idea, or even second hand. If you do purchase them secondhand, just obviously make sure they are legit. There are a lot of reps out there, so be careful with that one. Good way to find out, I think, if I remember, it was obviously the B sign as well. Sometimes you can take them out, sometimes you can't. And if you look in between the extension of the earpieces, there should be a nice little serial number in there, and obviously just see if it obviously matches up on the Beats website as well. So guys, just a quick review on how they work. So these are the Beats Solo 3 wireless, okay? So basically how it works is obviously it's wireless, it doesn't need any cables, connected up via Bluetooth, nice and easy to go, and they are over ear as well. So just want to give you an idea of how it works in the material wise before I get to the actual use of it as well. So if you want comfort in headphones, these are definitely at the top of the range. And when I say that, I honestly mean that. I have owned these for so long and I haven't changed them. So first thing you'll notice is obviously the earmuffs. So the earmuffs are obviously very nice. It's sort of like a composite leather sort of feel. Easy, good to use. I have found cases with people where obviously over time these obviously come out, which is quite normal for these earmuffs or any really over ear headphones in general, just to give you guys an idea. Obviously depends on different cases, person to person. You know, someone who's sweaty, someone who's got bigger ears, you know, who's got that Dumbo type of ears, then obviously you have that problem. Some do, some don't. Obviously it depends on each case. It has a really nice rubber silicone feel at the top of it as well. So when it comes to a lot of headphones, they don't have this rubber. I don't know if you guys can see that, but if I press down on it, you can see it obviously like molds itself onto it. So with obviously this as well, there's a lot of cases where you notice where people will put this on their head and they'll walk or something. What happens is that it tends to fall down a lot of the time. So what obviously they've done is obviously made a nice little rubber nylon sort of feel to it, which obviously makes it obviously stick to your head or whatever headgear that you have on at the time. So I find that really, really handy and really, really tight as well, which is pretty good. Obviously it's got folding material as well, so it is very flexible on its own. So as you can see, nice little flexibility on there as well. So obviously if you do decide to put it in your bag and it bends or something like that, then obviously it's protected that way. So carry case, that's what come in the box. So you'll not find a nice little carry zip case. You can always put it in there. That'll obviously protect it a little bit more. And obviously inside there's a little pouch pocket. What I've done is there is an aux cable in there, and obviously I'll put a micro USB cable in there because that's obviously what it needs to be charged. So let's talk about the plugins. So obviously, like I've mentioned, it's got the micro USB slot right there. So still a bit of old technology. Obviously everything now is type C. Obviously micro USB is still the cheapest way to go with the majority of manufacturers, so it is the easiest way for them to do it. Charging time. So with every single charge, a 1 hour charge will give you, a 10-minute charge will give you 1 hour's worth of playback, and about 3 to 4 hours on full charge should give you between 7 hours and 7 to 18 hours, something like that, which I found really, really handy. So I mainly use these only at the gym, and majority of the time 10-minute charge will get me throughout my whole session, so I find it really, really, really handy. So again, let's talk about this aux cable part, right? So you might be thinking, why would I want an aux cable if these are wireless? Who's going to actually use them? So you might be obviously thinking, oh no, maybe if the battery runs out in these, you don't have a portable charger with you, or you're not able to charge it, you obviously just take the aux cable, plug it in, and put it straight into your phone. it does not work that way. So as a disadvantage, the AUX cable, so the audio jack to audio jack, does not work if it does not have charge. And that's probably the biggest fault that I've ever found in obviously these headphones, is because it completely defers the whole use of being wireless and having an aux cable, and it can't be used if it's not on. So there's no point even having the audio jack in the first place. So don't know why that is a feature. So that is a big letdown for me. Besides that, great use if you guys ever do want to use them. I'll give you guys a quick introduction of how you can obviously play, pause and stop and so on and so forth as well. Alright guys, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown now on obviously how this works connected to a device. So Android and iPhone are both the same way. So we're going to give you a quick introduction. So once you get these, obviously there's two sides to it. You've got the power side, and obviously you got the control side as well over here. I'll explain it a little bit later on as well. So nice and quickly, if you have a look, it's a nice little button here. If you can see, there's a few little grooves just in dots in there as well. So if I turn this on, so let's do this now. So if you hold it on for about 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, it should turn on. Obviously if there's a red light, it obviously means that it's not charged, so we do need to charge this a little bit longer, which I'll come back. Alright guys, now that we've got it charged, we're just going to get that out of the way. So all we got to do now, little button there, hold it for about 2 seconds, 1, 2, and then what happens is the lights will come on. So there are 5 indicators. Okay, 5 indicators means it's full. 1, 2, obviously 3 means it's obviously got a little bit of charge. So now that this is on, what we're going to have to do now is we just connect it to our device. So what we've got to do is go to settings, and then what you want to do is obviously go to Bluetooth. Bluetooth device will hopefully come up. So if it doesn't come up, obviously it needs to be in pairing mode. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So to get it into pairing mode, what you need to do is hold this button for about 10 seconds. Okay, and once you hold it for about 10 seconds, it should flash just like that. So if you can see that there, okay, it's in a flashing mode, and basically what that means, it's in pairing mode. So what you got to do, Beats Solo, good thing with obviously Apple, their partnership, they're one, so they'll know which is which. So once Bluetooth is on and that pairing mode is on, it should automatically pop up, and you can press connect on your Android device. Same option, the only difference is you just got to do what I just did, connect, and it'll automatically connect. But with this one, it recognizes it, and it'll automatically connect just like that, and it'll tell you how much percent it has as well, which is pretty much a bonus on the Apple. So obviously being the Beats is a partnership, so I don't know if you guys know Dr. Dre, but he's sold the Beats to obviously Apple, and Apple has given him a whopping amount of money for these branding. So obviously now they're a partnership, so these will come up just like they would with the AirPods as well, which is sweet. Okay, and so basically what will happen is it'll obviously slowly load on, and once it connects, we're pretty much good to go straight after that. So next step is obviously playing music. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown on how it works. I'm going to quickly jump into YouTube. Okay, we'll just hop on YouTube, play some music, just give you guys a rough idea. That doesn't really matter, to be honest. We'll just play this, that's fine. Okay, so what you want to do is obviously put them on, and obviously it will play the music. So to give you guys an idea of how it works, there is one side of it that will work. So I don't know if you guys realize, but obviously they're labeled. So if you have a look, one's labeled right side, one's labeled left side. So the left side is the control side. So this other side does not play at all. With this physical side, it does. So middle button does do something. So if you press on it, it will pause and play. Pause and play, nice and simple. Okay, volume up and down is, so if you press the top part of it, volume up, bottom part of it, volume down, nice and simple. Okay, to go to the next track or the next song, you double tap, it'll take you to the next one. If you triple tap, it'll take you back. Okay, but obviously with this, we're playing it on YouTube, so it's not going to show us straight away. But pressing it once, pressing it twice will pause and play. So look, having a look at it, I am a Samsung user, so I do prefer my Android. But connectivity wise and how seamless it works, you can see that it works very well, and obviously there's not a lot of lag time, so the reaction time is quite good with this as well, which is really handy. So sometimes it's good if you're having a conversation with someone as well. So let's talk about the basic stuff now. So let's talk about how good this bad boy is in personal review. So guys, that was my quick review of obviously the Beats as well. So these are the Beats Solo 3. Okay, so as I mentioned, in terms of obviously use, great sound quality, great bass quality, good material as well. So obviously having that rubber top to keep it nice and snug, okay, which is less likely to fall down. Over ear, which obviously means that it's going to cover up a lot of the noise. You can still hear a lot of obviously the outside noise, but it has reduced significantly. I'd say you'd probably lose about 60 to 70% worth of background sound, which makes a huge difference. Obviously, if you play your music, it's obviously going to be even more. What else can I explain to you guys? So if we're talking about pros and cons, obviously those were the pros. Cons wise, the battery life is shocking. I've had this for a little while, like I mentioned, and over time it's obviously going to lose its battery length and the battery time. So that can make up of a lot of different components. So first component is obviously charging. Using the right charger and the right outage is obviously going to give you the right wattage and obviously the longevity of obviously how long it's going to last. A lot of people's mistakes is obviously what happens is they will charge a device, and obviously if they're quick on the run and on the go, they're obviously going to pull it out. So it's a pro and a con, obviously meaning that the quality of 10 minutes charge and 1 hour worth of music time playback is a huge benefit, because obviously they understand that obviously people aren't going to be using it all the time. So that is obviously a very handy part. But also on the downside, it's not going to last very long in the long run. So in saying that, I've charged it probably about a full charge and used it all the time. So when I do have a full charge, it only lasts probably about 4 to 7 hours on standby. But if I don't use it, so let's just say today I use it for an hour at the gym or walking or something like that, I'll turn it off, right? And I'll put it away. So when I do put it away, if I come back to it maybe in the next 2 to 3 days, it is flat. So holding battery wise, it's not so good on my side so far that I've noticed. What else can I say? So besides that, obviously you get everything that you need. It's quite nice, it's quite handy. Only other downside I think as well would be how chunky it is. So it is quite a chunky piece. So when you do put it in your bag or in your pocket, you obviously can't fit it in your pocket if you don't bring your bag, right? So just to give you guys a rough idea. So it is a little bit bulky being headphones, but as you can see, what a lot of people obviously end up doing is they just put it around their neck, hang it on there, or what they'll do is they'll just hang it on the side of them as well, and they'll just hold it pretty much. Or you can see a lot of people, they do this as well, like, you know, in animes or whatever you want. Just to give you guys a rough idea of how it works, that is just my quick rundown of the Beats Solo 3 wireless. Just to give you guys a rough idea again. What else is there? So, in regards to another con, I don't like the feature of having the aux cable. Defeats the purpose. Yes, you may receive slightly better sound quality, but I found that using it wirelessly, it was perfectly fine. I don't like the feature that using the aux cable, you have to have battery for it to work. So if you run out of battery and you wanted to use the aux cable, the audio jack, it doesn't work. So defeats the purpose a little bit there. Only real good side of that would be that obviously you could use like a dual adapter lens where you can listen to 2 audio devices at once or something like that, but it's pretty pointless, to be honest with you. But yeah guys, that's my review on my Beats Solo Wireless 3. If you do want to obviously purchase them, if you do like the review, have a look down in the link at the bottom. I'll put a couple of links where you can go out and purchase them. My favorite is obviously always going to be eBay and Amazon, but you can check out your retail outlets anywhere you go. You got your Walmart, your Big W, Kmart, Target, so on and so forth. They're sold everywhere now. So that's just give you an idea. If you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below if you guys have any other reviews, any other personal obviously preferences, or any other, maybe even something that you've had yourself, an experience where you liked it or you don't like it, or maybe I've missed something as well. So make sure to give me a thumbs up. Have a check out the videos, guys. Have a look at a couple more just over here or over there. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.